Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, call Allah Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashim Dash. And of course, double honors go out to the apostles of Great Millstone who through the Spirit taught all of us this truth and continue to do so, alright, with humility. Um, and who rule well. This is Naaman with the DC camp. And hey, just got some examples. These spirits are out here heavy, alright? And just a warning to the other Akim out there, hey, you got to keep your head on a swivel. Now more than ever, alright, because we're heading into deep water, so to speak. And like I say, this devil knows his time is short. You know, he's coming with, loaded for bear, as they say. He's coming at us with both barrels, alright? As an example here, I got several news articles just to show you how crazy it is out here. Wow, we didn't celebrate, but the heathen just celebrated this demonic Halloween. All right, and what's coming up here next? You got Thanksgiving is the next big one. All right. So we're in that season, Thanksgiving, as we say it. The slaughter of the Israelites, which Gad, North American Indians, and Reuben are Israelites. So, you're going to have these stupid Jake still caught up in this wicked system. All right, they're going to still celebrate the slaughter of their own people. That's just how far gone a lot of our people are. Alright? Hey, what can you do for them? Just stay away from them. That's the best thing. Here's the first article. Wow. And just so happens all of this is in New York. Alright? All jokes aside, it's not limited to New York. This is all over. These just happen to be in New York. Alright? It says, shows man dumping pregnant girlfriend's body on Queens Expressway. It says disturbing video released early Tuesday shows a man dragging his pregnant lifeless body out of her and dumping her side of an expressway in Queens. All right, because we're out here and we're telling you all this was prophesied. All right, to happen. It says the love of many shall wax cold. All right. It tells you in 2nd Ezra's 15th chapter, 16th chapter. All right. Well, let's start with 15, where it goes into to the point where Ezra is saying, woe is me. Who's going to save me in those days? Talking about these times to come. All right. Because things are so bad. And now you're getting people that just, because of the pressures with this pandemic, and people are about to lose it, all right? And the quote-unquote powers of the world that be, all right, because this is worldwide, it lets you know, too, who's in power for these assholes that want to say, well, Japheth is a white man. Japheth was never prophesied to be ruling in the last days. It was Edom. Edom, the nation of Edom, is the so-called white man. So-called because he's not white, he's red. That's a curse. He's leprous. He's a clean leper. When you go to Leviticus 13, it tells you about that. All right. So let's see. Let's go to. Okay. This is 2nd Ezra 16. It says, I'm going to start at 17. It says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? It says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. We're in that stage. the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, evil meaning bad times. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. Why? Because all the wickedness in the land, all right? Especially here in Babylon the Great, America, all right? Verse 20, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, and this is the time that we're in, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth. And that's people think things are fine, all right, because things appear to be so cheap. They're not realizing that it's because the dollar is crashing. All right. This whole COVID thing is a smokescreen so they can have something to blame crashing the current monetary system because they want to go digital with everything. We are in Revelation 13 and 16 now. All right. Again, verse 21, it says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and that is the most horrible way to go. Scripture says, better are they that die of the sword than die of famine. All right, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. All right, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, because it's going to be so many, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. All right, so those are the times that we're coming into, and people, our people, Jake, you know, he's still up here in these BS churches learning nothing but singing and dancing. All right, and being niggas. That's all. I wish, and I've said this openly, that there were more Dylan Roofs to go up there in these churches and just spray them. All right. Now, hopefully, with time remaining, there's some Jakes that wake up out of that BS. All right, but for the most part, the people that go to these churches are through. They're done. All right. This is, once I get it, Jeremiah 25. Like I said, this all goes with prophecy. All right. That's what we're out here on the highways and byways trying to get our people to, because what? We're trying to compel people to come, all right, to turn from their ways. All right. It says, because we fear the Most High, so we know that fear. So we're trying to persuade men. This is Jeremiah chapter 25. Let's see. I'll start at 15. It says, for thus, that's the thing with Christianity. They don't teach you to fear the Most High. They teach you that you can come as you are. And that's very dangerous. See, this is how stupid our people are. Here it is. The person that brought you over here in bondage, that never cared anything about you, never had your best interest in heart. Why are you gonna go to him, all right, praise his God, and thinking that you're gonna get salvation? That's some backwards, crazy shit. Your oppressor painted an image in his likeness. He tells you, well, God is so-called white, and his son is so-called white, and the angels in heaven are so-called white, and you believe it. That's why I stay to myself, because this, wow, that's one hell of a spell at Christianity. That is one hell of a spell. Continuing on. Jeremiah 25:15. For thus saith the Most High Yahweh, the power of Israel, unto me, take the wine cup of this fury at my hand, and cause all the nations to whom I send thee to drink it. And they shall drink and be moved and be mad because of the sword that I will send among them. All right. Then took I the cup at the Most High's hand, and made all the nations to drink unto whom the Most High has sent me, to wit, Jerusalem and the cities of Judah, and the kings thereof, and the princes thereof, to make them a desolation, an astonishment, and hissing, and a curse, as it is this day. Trust and believe you me. Because of this pandemic, a lot of people, because they were forced to stay home, they are aware of who we are. All right. Don't think it's strange that you're getting like weird and dirty looks. All right. People looking at you. Don't think that's just happenstance. All right. We're waking our people up, but at the same time, we're waking up the enemy as to who he really is. All right. Let's see. It says, verse 19. It says, Pharaoh, king of Egypt, who's the new Pharaoh, and his servants and his princes and all his people, and all the mingled people, and all the kings of the land of Uz, and all the kings of the land of the Philistines, and Ashkelon and Azah and Ekron, and the remnant of Ashdod. Edom, the so-called white man, Edom, and Moab, the so-called Chinese, and the children of Ammon, the so-called Japanese of the day, and all those that descend from those two, and all the kings of Tyrus, and all the kings of Zidon, and the kings of the isles which are beyond the sea, Dedan, Tema, and Buz, and all that are in the utmost corners, and all the kings of Arabia, and all the kings of the mingled people that dwell in the desert. All right. And all the kings of Zimri, and all the kings of Elam. Elam is the so-called East Indians and Pakistanis. They are Shemites, as well as Ishmael. All right, they descend from Shem, so they are Hebrews. They're just not of the chosen line. And all the kings of the Medes. All right, let's get some more. Let's get Ezekiel while I got time. I gotta hurry this up. But just to say, and as a reminder, all right, it is very dangerous time now to be just all about good times, or what you think of good times. All right, because these Edomites, they know their time is short. They ain't playing. All right, this is you got incidents of just blatant overt racism now. They're not trying to hide it. Ezekiel 16, people getting shot at and all this. Ezekiel 16 and let's see, 27. It says, Behold, therefore I have stretched out my hand over thee, and have diminished thine ordinary food, and delivered thee unto the will of them that hate thee. All right. That's why we're here. This is not for our. We were brought over here as punishment. This is not our rest. Never has been, never will be. That's why we pray to get the hell up out of here. The captive exile hasteneth to be loosed. And if you got any sense, that's what you're praying for, to get the hell up out of here, praying for the downfall of this wicked ass place. He says, the daughters of the Philistines, which are ashamed of thy lewd way. All right, thou hast played the whore also with the Assyrians, because thou wast unsatiable. Yea, thou hast played the harlot with them, and yet couldst not be satisfied. What did I say about Christianity and all these other religions our people get into? You've forsaken your power. All right, you got people running around here pretending to be us, you know, the small hats and the hook nose and the 48ers, as we call them, over there in our land. That's why it's got to be white clean. It's got to be all kinds of bombs in there to clean that filth out. All right. Continuing on, it says, 29, thou hast moreover multiplied thy fornication in the land of Canaan unto Chaldea, and yet thou wast not satisfied herewith. All right. So for time's sake, I'm just going to because at the end of the day, this is all about faith. Faith is the glue that holds all this together. This is Revelation chapter 2, and this is something you got to hold fast. This is a great gift we've been given. This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. It says, "For fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison." That's not the spiritual demon Satan. That's his representatives here on the earth. All right, the nation of Edom, the so-called white man. He's the one that's going to put us through all this hell. All right. It says that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. And you got all these idiots running around here talking about I'm saved, I'm saved. You hadn't been through nothing yet. All right. Let's go to. It makes no sense. It says as I go down the same chapter, it says. Revelation chapter 2, verse 25, it says, "But that which ye already have, hold fast till I come. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations." I'm saved. I'm saved. I'm saved. There's always some stupid black bitch running her fucking mouth. Excuse my French. This is Revelation, as soon as it gets here, Revelation chapter 3, verse 11. I can't wait till Micah 7 and 10, speaking of that thing. All right. This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 11. "Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown." All right. So with that, I'm going to call it right there. First and foremost, call hello Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushua, Ba'Shem Karpadash, and of course, once again, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, who through the Spirit told us all this truth, all right, and helped us see what, through the power of Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushua, what's really going on, all right. Spiritual eyes were open, all right. So with that, Shalom, Mark. Shalom.